The other day, I went to the Walt Disney World parks with some extended family, and I gotta tell you, we had a spectacular time. The kids loved seeing all of the decor all around. And when I'm saying decor, I mean, just walking through the line or seeing those larger-than-life toy sculptures around Toy Story Land, just as an example, or Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. There was so much for them all to take in, and it really kind of opened my eyes to kids at Walt Disney World. I've been going to Walt Disney World for many, many years. When I was very young, I remember going to Disney and enjoying it, but seeing it as an adult through the eyes of a younger kid was really cool. For years, I've been getting the question, Michael, what's the right age for my kids to go to Walt Disney World? And I really don't think there is a specific answer for everyone. Some are gonna wanna go much earlier. Some are gonna wanna wait until you can go on more of those attractions, which require a certain height. But I've got to tell you, no matter what you decide to do, if you decide to go when the kids are younger or just a little bit older, they're gonna have a great time. One of the things that really just hit me when I was walking around the parks and experiencing it was the fact that not as many rides as we originally thought were really made for kids, especially at a park like Hollywood Studios. That one really kind of is in my mind as one that's got some great things for kids, but I feel like it's more meant for adults. For reference, the kids were pretty young and couldn't go on Slinky Dog Dash or Rise the Resistance or Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, but they could go on other attractions like Toy Story Midway Mania, and they had a great time, they enjoyed it, but I felt like they enjoyed going to the Cars attraction where you actually see Lightning McQueen and just kind of walking through Star Wars Galaxy's Edge even more. I want to go over a few of the rides that I recommend for those younger kids in case you're thinking about it, and also give you a few other my thoughts when it comes to kids at Disney. The most popular park for kids, no question, is Magic Kingdom. More of those rides are suited to the younger age group, and it is perfect for the entire family. Thinking of Dumbo or even Goofy's Barnstormer for the more adventurous kids, the entire family can enjoy fun together at the place where dreams come true. Winnie the Pooh, Magic Carpets of Aladdin, and the Enchanted Tiki Room are a few other great ones that I really recommend for the entire family. Even Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin is great for younger kids. Yes, we're going for Galactic Hero, but we can just have fun together and see like the little figures moving around and try and shoot our lasers at those different targets, doing our best together. At Epcot, the Grand Fiesta Tour starring the Three Caballeros and Figment are a ton of fun. For those who have a just slightly older kids, you've got Frozen Ever After, which is great. We had one who was really young, so it was a little intense, but still tons of fun, especially for, I think, right over the 2-year-old level, maybe 3-year-old. Again, I think that it depends on the kid. Animal Kingdom's got Navi River Journey and, of course, Kilimanjaro Safaris, which everyone enjoys to see those animals from that safari truck. I love it. Triceratops Spin inside of Dinoland USA is also fun for the whole family. Back to Hollywood Studios, and Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway is also fun, but I feel like for the smallest kids, it actually can be a little bit intense. I wouldn't have thought that, as an adult going on this attraction, but the ride car moves around really quick. And Toy Story Midway Mania, same thing. It just moves around really quick, and if you're 3 years old, it can feel even faster. So just something to note. I'm thinking about it now. It's my perspective has changed because we went with some really young kids and they had a fantastic time. They enjoyed it. But I'm thinking about it, I'm like, okay, well, you know what? And I saw their mom was holding them when we're going around these turns in Toy Story Midway Mania, and it's like, okay, all right, this is something to kind of note for the future. Some of these rides do whip around pretty quick. While I was there experiencing the magic with family, I have to tell you, it was really interesting to see the usefulness of Genie Plus. When we first reviewed Genie Plus, I thought to myself, okay, well, we've got to pay a higher premium, and you're on your phone all the time, and I stand by all of that. The fact that you're on your phone all the time, I think, is something that should be fixed in the future. We should be able to go to the app, first thing in the morning, all the kids are still asleep, pick all your rides, and then just go. Because what I noticed is that when you're in the park and enjoying the moment, you don't, again, want to be on your phone trying to pick the ride. You want to pick it later, and maybe you'll make a change during the day, but you can just pick the attractions and then go enjoy them, right? Not have to continue worrying about it. Because when you have your hands full with kids, as a stroller, and we're trying to work all these things, you want to be able to just kind of go on the attractions. I can see the value of Genie Plus because, especially with the younger kids, standing in line for 45 minutes just isn't going to work. But somehow being able to pick those rides in advance and then going, that I think would have even more value for families. Mobile order and pay is absolutely essential when you have kids at the parks. I saw the kid's mom order everything We were able to do other things, take pictures, have a good time, and then when the food was ready, we just walk right in. There was no waiting in line. That was just, it saved the day. Mobile order and pay. I've always liked mobile order and pay, but if you're bringing kids with you to the parks and, you know, it's like entertainment has to happen throughout the day, right? There's can't be like a pause of just sitting still. And I now have a new appreciation of that. Yeah, mobile order and pay is your best friend. So learn how to use the My Disney Experience app. If you don't already know how to use it, it'll definitely make things easier. The midday nap. You know, I was never, or at least I didn't think I was, maybe I was too young to remember. I didn't remember taking big naps at Disney. We would always be go, go, go. But I suppose at that age, because I saw them get tuckered out really fast. Like it was like, I don't know, maybe like 3 in the afternoon, and it was like, we're done. We're going back to the resort. See ya. You know, that was it. And it was really interesting to see. So make time for that. And what was really impressing me, their mom was just like, oh yeah, we're gonna do whatever, and they're ready for a nap, no problem. Like it was just go have fun, and you know, and what I really appreciated was she didn't have any expectations. She was like, oh, we're just gonna have a great time. Oh, you wanna go for a nap? No problem, pool time, whatever you wanna do. It was, and going into it with that mindset, to me, enhanced the magic tremendously. Just have that mindset of no expectations of certain things we've got to do. Let's just go and have a good time. Let's just go and enjoy ourselves. That's something that I really, really appreciated. To me, it just had this profound effect just because I'm so used to like, all right, we're doing this. And we were there, it's like, oh, let's go on Mickey and Minnie's. It's like, oh, not today because it's nap time, we're gonna go back to the resort. I'm just not used to that, right? And as Disney adults, right, those of us who love Disney, have loved it for years and are now adults, we have this tendency of saying we've got to get these things accomplished, right? And going into it with the mindset of, oh, we can just have a fantastic time, enhanced it so much. Thinking back to my childhood days, I think that's exactly what my mom did too. She was like, oh yeah, we'll just go to the pool, no problem, we'll enjoy pool time. And as a kid, you don't realize the value of just in the park all the time. And I did later on, but I'm guessing when I was like, maybe like 3 or 4-ish, we would do a lot of pool time. I remember so many family videos of like pool time at Disney. It was just a lot of fun. Another thing that I think is very interesting is making sure that the kids are comfortable with the characters. And Disney's actually made this easier. You can make sure that the younger kids in your traveling party can see the characters from afar. Like the Magic Kingdom train station, you can wave to the characters from afar, and if they're comfortable, maybe then you go meet Mickey, instead of just, oh, here's Mickey, you know, like really sudden. And I think for some kids, being kind of like warming up to the characters is gonna help a lot. So just something to be aware of. Also, the cavalcades around the parks, a lot of fun for kids, especially if they have never seen the characters before, or if it's the holiday time, it can make for extra magical moments. That was actually requested again by the kids. Oh, let's see Santa go down Hollywood Boulevard again. Yeah, that's a popular one for sure. Another tip that applies to all of us, but especially so in younger kids, hydration. You probably know the feeling where you don't want to drink any water, but you know you have to drink water. Now imagine that as a 5-year-old, that's the same thing, right? Oh, I'm not thirsty. You sure? You sure about that? So it's really important to hydrate however possible, as frequently as possible, because in Florida, even if it's the winter time, you still need to hydrate a lot because we still get a lot of sun here and you don't realize how dehydrated you get. Very important. Something else that I thought was really interesting I discovered, take the photos earlier in the morning. That's just, I would never have thought of this. Everyone's more energetic, having more fun, smiles, there's no crankiness first thing in the morning. That's, oh my gosh, such a good tip. PhotoPass photos, all the photos you want first thing, like go on one ride and then photos, right? And like get those photos in. That I think is gonna just be so helpful. So helpful. No matter the age group, everybody's excited, having photos, take those pictures, and then enjoy more of the day. Another tip that I highly recommend, if you're bringing a stroller with you, make sure you've got a way to mark it, because it's so funny. There's so many strollers. There's just like a sea of strollers, and if yours is not standing out, the cast members sometimes have to reposition them because of, just a lot of people there. It's fine, it's safe, but finding it again, forget it. It is so hard to find a stroller that's kind of like tucked in, especially if it's like a smaller one, more compact. Get a balloon, do something to make it stand out so you can tell that that's your stroller right over there. You don't have to go hunting for it for a few minutes. It's a helpful tip. At Walt Disney World, we have this tendency to want to see nighttime entertainment, but something I realized with kids is that, especially the younger ones, the day kind of ends around 5, maybe 6, maybe even earlier depending on the kids. So fireworks and nighttime entertainments, it just kind of wasn't part of the equation here. And that can work for some, it definitely can. It's just making sure that you're aware of that. So if it's an early that's best, do the early. If it's later that's best, then okay, there you go. But one thing to be aware of, don't try and make the fireworks happen. It's like, oh, we've got to see this. Again, goes back to that, just enjoy the day, be flexible, whatever it is. That's really going to be your best friend at Disney, because the kids are going to want to do different things, and we saw that. It's like, oh, let's do this. It's like, oh, we can also do that, right? So it just being flexible is absolutely critical at Disney. Whole new appreciation. Wow. Even though it was a little bit different to experience Disney with younger kids, I've got to tell you, I was really, really excited to go with them. I had a great time. I'm looking forward to doing it again with some extended family. It was so much fun. The kids really enjoyed it so much. You could tell how excited they were to be there, how happy they were. They were just excited for everything. They wanted to know everything. They wanted to go everywhere. They wanted to do all the attractions, and they want to come back again soon. And it's just something that if you're thinking like, oh, it would be stressful, maybe there's a factor of that, but I really didn't sense that level of stress. It was more of just like we're having fun together. And for those of us who love Disney as we do, you get to re-experience it through the eyes of a child, which was absolutely incredible. For me, it's almost the opportunity to relive what I experienced as a child at Disney, like the wonder, the like, oh my gosh, at everything. And I'm not saying that it's something that we lose, it's just something that we have a tendency to forget when we grow older and we see these things, and then you see it in the eyes of a child and you're like, oh my gosh, like I have forgotten, that. And it's a wonderful feeling to do that. So if you're thinking about it, I recommend it. I really do, especially if you've been to Disney many times and you love Disney as much as I do. It's just so fantastic. It's so much fun to experience it with younger ones. It just brights up the whole experience. Everybody's having a good time, smiling, and the pictures, you will be very happy with the pictures. Now, this was actually my first time at Disney with younger kids for this period of time, I think ever. Like we were there together for a long time. It was so much fun. If you have other tips to share with our community, let us know in the comments below. What do you like to do? What's your strategy with the whole family and younger kids at Disney? Let us know. Love to hear from you. Your favorite things, your things to prioritize, let us know in the comments below. Thanks so much for being a part of the magic with me today. Until next time, have a magical day.